Breathe,
Guys, we're here.
breathe.
We're back. We're live. We're real. We're back. We're live. We are real. It has come upon us. Which has come upon us. The semi-finals or semi-finals, if you're American, are here. Tottenham Hotspur against Ajax and Liverpool against Barcelona. Chelsea against Frankfurters and the Arsenal against Valencia. So, guys, look, man, it's real, man. It's real. It's here. The last, and then there were four, as they say, and then there were four. So, for this edition of this hangar, we're gonna get in. We're gonna go right in there. We're gonna really dig things through. But I think just before we sort of build up, this is going to be led and focused on those on the Champions League matches and the Europa League games, because again, Zad needs to deliver that Europa. It's his destiny, and you can never deny your destiny. But I think before we go here, I'm gonna drop a vid. I'm gonna drop a vid about Neymar.
Go in.
Easy, relax. Just relax. Chill, guys. Please. Just let me just. I will give you the floor. So let me land, please. I'm going to drop a vid. So the vid may come out on Monday. It's going to be a nice little vid. There might be a meal in the vid, so I'm not sure, but there might be a meal in the vid. And in this vid, I will be fully transparent as to my views on Neymar Jr. I think it's time for me to reveal some home truths about this said person, and I think a certain piece of footage that I received has prompted my reaction to have to put this video and put everything down on what this dude did. And let me just say this to you, Kadim, maybe you were right. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
Before that is one thing I just saw as well. I'll have to send to you. You
can
add that to it as well.
Okay,
I'll send it to you now. But anyway.
Hopefully, it's not a virus that takes over the world.
No, it's not. Come on.
This is my view here, and this is a very simple question. This is for everyone here. Did Neymar make the wrong decision leaving Barcelona for PSG? Let me start with Mane.
Yeah. I mean, but it wasn't the wrong decision.
Why?
It was the wrong place. He went to a league where nobody cares, where he basically had to win the Champions League to be relevant. But if he had gone to the Premier, it's the wrong decision, but it's the right decision. But he went to the wrong place. Leaving is not bad, but
right decision to leave Barcelona, but he went to the wrong club.
Yes, he should have went to the Premier League, which is the most sensible, because when you're playing in France, it's either you win the Champions League or you've done nothing. That's basically it. Nobody cares about Coupe de League, or you see how gassed he was about celebrating with Dani Alves. I mean, it's just a French Cup. Just the French Cup. Nobody cares. Okay, if you say I won the French, I'm a 5-time French Cup winner. People are gonna be like, okay, what do you want? This guy also won Community Shield. So if he had went to the Premier League, he could have won the league, and then people would say, okay, he didn't win the Champions League, but he led a team to the Premier League, which is almost as good as anything you can get there.
That's enough, because I knew you were going to try and segue into the whole Man thing. And also, why didn't you turn up after Pep got his chain snatched by Sunrise in the East? We'll deal with that afterwards. Chill. Relax. Chill. Don't take the bait. All right, A1. Let me switch it up a bit slightly. Was it the right decision for Neymar to leave Barcelona, or should he have stayed at Barcelona?
He should have stayed, man. He should have stayed. But
and be Messi's side piece.
No, he wasn't his sidekick, man. Everyone says his sidekick, whatnot. It's just like eventually he would end up becoming the main man, if you get what I'm saying. But he shouldn't have left Barcelona, especially for PSG, because League One, like you're seeing it already, man. Like it's a joke, man.
Losers. They don't losers.
And that club PSG, you're seeing it already. It's a mess. Everything's all a mess at that club. I don't know why he went there. He should have went somewhere. If he left Barcelona, he should have went Real Madrid, or like what Mana said, go Premiership. Because I'm pretty sure clubs in the Premiership, and even like Man City, that people say they're like PSG, but Man City have got a plan. They got a structure. PSG, they saw shambles. Real Madrid, that's got a plan and a structure. So he made the wrong decision leaving Barcelona, and especially going PSG as well.
Okay, here, same thing. Was it the right thing for Homeboy to leave Barcelona?
I'm gonna say maybe it was the wrong decision, but at the same time, I can understand why Neymar left Barcelona, because he wanted to be the main man for a project such as PSG as well. I mean, the only negative is that he's sort of wasting his prime years in a league that isn't as relevant. But at the time, I can see why he made the move. I mean, it turned out to be the most expensive signing as well. So I don't think it was entirely the wrong move, but at the same time, I can understand why people are questioning that, because League One isn't really regarded as strong as the other leagues.
Average.
It's very average, yeah. But I don't. The thing is, we also forget that Neymar didn't play in those games where PSG were eliminated.
Exactly.
So maybe he will get his chance. Maybe he will get his chance next season to influence PSG's Champions League.
Okay. But just very briefly to hit that, again, people will say I'm wrong. I believe that he got himself intentionally injured because he couldn't face the smoke. But that's just my view. Easy, relax, man. Just a simple, just forget me. I'm just a normal guy. Forward, talk. Should he have left Barcelona? Yes or no?
Wait, so you couldn't face the smoke from what? Lukaku and mayonnaise? Really?
What the hell? Are you mad?
Look, staying on topic.
Yes or no?
Hey, chill. So staying on topic, I think it was right for him to leave, and I think he went to the right place, in my opinion. Now, it's easy to say with let me explain. Relax. Chill. It's easy to say with hindsight, we shouldn't have gone to PSG, blah, 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 but for first and foremost, they brought up a good point. He didn't play in either of those Champions League games where obviously PSG got knocked out. So had CBF played, things could have changed. But a reason why it was good for him to go, because where else could he have went if he wanted to leave? Because for me, you have to leave. If you're Neymar, you can't be under Messi for the rest of your career. You have to eventually leave. So we had to leave somewhere. For me, the only place really to go at Real Madrid, but you couldn't go directly because maybe that's a rival and they didn't want to sell to Real Madrid directly. So I understand that. You don't go to Serie A because that's a dead league. You could go to Man City, I guess, but they weren't looking for a player of that ilk at that time due to FFP ruling. So it made sense to go to PSG where you can win a few easy league titles, potentially complete their project of winning the Champions League, which again he hasn't been able to do. And then you leave after 2 and 3 years. And then where do you go? You go to Real Madrid. 2
years, huh?
2 or 3 years.
Like 2 years, they wouldn't let him leave that soon, man. You look at someone like Verratti,
exactly.
man. Look at Verratti. Verratti, he wanted to leave for Barcelona like 2 years ago, and PSG was like, "Nope, you're not leaving." And they even made him come out and say, "Oh, I'm happy at PSG," when he clearly wasn't happy. And now that ship has sailed, you can't go to Barcelona no more. They don't
no doubt do I understand what you're saying, but again, Neymar's a different caliber of player and marketability to Verratti. So again, I do understand PSG would want to keep him, but if Real Madrid is coming for you, now that's where it changes. If Real Madrid are coming for you and they're willing to put down 300 million for you and say we're going to start a new Galactico era with you, Hazard and Pogba, then you go and make that jump. Okay, maybe not after 2 years, maybe after 3 years or 4 years, yes, but you don't spend the rest of your career in PSG. Absolutely not.
Okay,
I can see.
It's easy because we have a lot to get through. So just very briefly. So in your view, you believe that he should have left for PSG, but shouldn't have spent more than 2 years at PSG. Is that what he said?
Maximum 3 years, and again, it's unfortunate how we didn't play in those big games.
It's unfortunate.
Hey, look, don't cut me off. Let me land. Again, it was unfortunate how it panned out, but ultimately he needs to be there no more than 3 years. And then you go to Real Madrid, you start the Galactical era, you join Hazard there, Pogba goes there, and then you battle out with Messi and you overtake him as the best player in La Liga and in the world.
Messi will be 30 in his 30s,
easy.
Exactly, easy pickings.
He made the right choice, I think, leaving Barca. He made the right choice for sure.
Can't stay there forever.
Should Neymar have left Barcelona?
Don't say go to AC Milan.
And let him land.
Nah, we're crap, man. No, there's
Whoa.
There's no way he should have left Barcelona. I don't know why he felt the need to leave. Obviously, the whole Messi outshining him, I don't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, he had it all at Barcelona. He won the treble and then he won the double. I mean, he was a huge part in that. And even if Messi was outscoring him, even if Messi was outscoring him, he was putting up some amazing numbers, and he was really stepping up. Also, Messi is an old guy; he's getting old. So, eventually, Messi would just get old, and Neymar. That would be the perfect stage for Neymar to take over Barcelona and take over the ship. So, Barcelona would both have the next guy to replace Messi, and they'd have Neymar being the central piece. So while when he went to PSG, you have a rising star like Mbappe who's really young and just getting into the world scene, and soon could become one of the best in the world. So there's a lower chance of you becoming the central piece there than at Barcelona. Well, look, he had a great team at Barcelona. Everything was going well. He was in La Liga, competitive matches all the time, and he was dealing very well with them. I don't see any reason that he should have left Barcelona. He had everything there.
Yep, very true.
Um, your boy Jujuman, should Neymar have left Barcelona?
Yes, it was the best decision he's ever made in his life.
Thank you.
Look, he's too good.
Yep.
I said it 5 years ago. Check in the Hangouts. Like, it cannot be Pedro 2.0. Barcelona turned into a guy that
Oh,
touches
man.
the touchline. He's too talented. He needs the free roll, and what's he called? He made the right decision getting out of Barcelona and going to PSG. And as Ford said it, this guy has been so unlucky. It's not even funny. And the fact that people, especially the mainstream media, the way they just, he didn't even play against United, and they're making memes of the guy. He didn't even play, and they're insulting the guy. They're portraying him as an evil guy.
No,
He didn't even play.
Jujuman,
And
those memes
another
are
thing,
bloody funny, man. Let's be real.
no, he's so
Those
unlucky.
memes are funny, so let's be real.
Wait, double it. This Neymar is so unlucky. He's not even fine. He gets injured, and then he gets blamed for getting injured. As if anyone wants to get injured. No one wants to get injured.
Exactly.
And as for what is it called, Neymar? He's still the second best player in the world. And then for president, no, he is. I don't care what anyone says.
No, let me.
I don't care what anyone says.
He doesn't deserve that title.
No,
I'm
he
tired
is.
of people saying that crap.
But he's better than
It's
him.
just
Who's
fact.
better than him then? You've got to give some
Messi can
names.
play 3 games the entire year.
Allah.
He's still the
Please
best
don't say
player.
Hazard.
Oh,
Don't say
please
Hazard.
don't say
No.
Mbappe.
Christina.
Please.
Yeah.
Jujuman, finish your
Christina.
All right,
that-
and
finish your point.
No, it's not. It's fact. And the other part about Neymar is PSG is a, let's be honest here. PSG is arguably one of the best top teams in Europe. One of the best teams in Europe.
Don't be like Tosin.
No.
Don't be like
Let him
Tosin.
land.
No,
let him
the
land.
organization. Halafi is running that. Is a poor businessman. He's running that organization. He's too emotional and
Can't be a
too generous.
and lose to
So-
Man United. I'm sorry, bro.
Because he's buying people like Buffon, who's not even supposed to be playing. And what's it called? So with Neymar, he's doing the right decision. He's been unlucky, which happens in life. In life, sometimes people are unlucky. The media needs to piss off because they're just insulting the guy for no reason. I don't know why. And as for Neymar, I rate him highly. I think he's one player. I mean, they insult him for showboating, but I grew up watching Joga Bonito, which was amazing. It's not called showboating for like the
Yeah, I mean, it was also,
the people that
sorry
don't
to cut
know.
you off, it was also the same. It was also the same in the World Cup when he was being criticized for play acting too much.
Yeah, and he remember he played in the World Cup. He wasn't even fully recovered. He was insulted for no reason.
Oh, please. This
Just
guy's
so
always
best
sick.
decision.
your point. So
Yeah,
you're saying that
conclusion.
he should have left Barcelona and he should have gone to PSG. That's your view.
Yes, because it's rather I respect the person that he's too talented to be playing an assistive role, and he took a courageous decision to move out and go out, took a risk, and so far he's been unlucky, but I still respect the decision.
Cool. So
Great
far he's been
decision,
unlucky
Neymar.
because bad luck. Cool, I know. All right. Kadim.
I mean, I already raised my issues, my concerns back then. For me, it was a bad move in a sporty way because, like I said back then, you can't leave the club and leave the competition with Messi to become the best player in the world. It's not logical to leave Barcelona for Paris Saint-Germain and then to label him as the best player of the world because he's not playing under Messi anymore. It's like a really dumb idea.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, he had like all he needed at Barcelona. And I want to argue against some of you because the Barcelona manager said why they shouldn't get Neymar back to Barcelona because now they have Dembele
Who's Valverde? That bum. No one even knows.
This
him.
man shot him.
No,
That's
no,
okay.
And he was saying we have Dembele. We don't have no need for Neymar no more. And so this is why he said this is why he won't. They don't consider getting Neymar back. So for me, like at PSG, of course, it has some. It's an exciting thing. It's good for.
Is it?
Yeah, for Paris Saint-Germain, maybe for the league. It's somehow good, but at the same time, I mean, like I doubt that the Paris French league supporters really like that Paris Saint-Germain is buying like crazy, and financial fair play doesn't play a role anymore. And yeah, from a sporty perspective, it was like a bad move because you usually want to play with the best players. You want to play with Messi. If you play with Messi, you improve your game. You can raise and grow in your abilities. And in a couple of years, there's no debate anymore because Messi is now 31. So like with 33, like if Messi is still better with 33 than Neymar. Then I don't know. But I doubt that Neymar will ever reach the level of Messi. I mean, this is I doubt because Messi didn't leave Barcelona because
when Ronaldinho's there. When Ronaldinho's there, example.
Yeah, Messi didn't leave Barcelona. He stayed at Barcelona and he was.
But you have to understand it's different circumstances though. Messi pretty much started his career at Barcelona.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Neymar also could have started his career sort of as at Barcelona. I mean, for me, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you want to be the best player to leave the competition or the team where the current best player is doesn't make sense. And if he would have left, he should have left for Madrid or City or something.
Okay.
It's easier said than done.
He should have remained at Barcelona and fought side by side with Neymar and not gotten afraid.
Exactly. He should have stayed at Barcelona to play at Barcelona. But now at Paris Saint-Germain, he's not able to really compete with Messi because in the Champions League they don't face each other, and in the league, Paris Saint-Germain it's like man against child. So there's no really, other than the big, huge transfer sum, there's nothing we could see of Neymar on which is of relevance for me, in my opinion.
Okay. Ole, thoughts on this, man? Should Neymar
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think it was a good move for Neymar because Messi automatic's going to be the best player at Barcelona if they were to challenge for the league title, and PSG, to be honest, there is a chance of him at least winning the Champions League at PSG. Whereas at Barcelona, he wouldn't really even get the credit if they were to win it.
Of course he would.
Man, let him land. Ole, please talk, man.
Yeah, he wouldn't really get the credit. It's automatic because Messi is Mr. Barca. He will automatically get the respect for the Champions League.
Example 6-1.
Yeah, and Neymar, because he took the risk, PSG, at least he's got opportunity to maybe potentially move to Real Madrid, whereas at Barca he would have zero chance of moving directly to Real Madrid where he can compete. Yeah.
Okay. Red. Mr. Red, should Neymar have left Barcelona? Red.
Sorry, HH. Okay, so let me just go back, HH. I'm going to rewind back to 2012, 2013, before he went to Barcelona, because Pele, you can go back and look up this article. Pele recommended to Neymar, do not go to Barca or Real Madrid, because you will live in the shadow of either Ronaldo or Messi. Neymar did not listen. He went to Barca, which, let's be honest, it was a great move for him. But honestly, even to PSG he should have. He had to. I'll give you specific instances why. Because nobody ever credits Neymar for the treble in 2015. They give that to Messi, that he led them to the treble.
Yeah.
But
true. I mean, I can also
MSN.
yeah.
Wait. Let's just Redland. Let's just Redland.
HH, just to remind people what Neymar did in that 2015 UCL, he scored in every stage and he was top scorer of the competition. So he did definitely hold down. He held his own in that competition, but nobody ever gives him that credit. And Juju mentioned this earlier in the 6-1 when they won 6-1 in the Miracle at the Nou Camp. Neymar was the engineer behind all that. He was directly involved in every goal. I think bar as far as his penalty. And what happened on Mundo's cover the very next day? It was a picture of Messi in front of the people when the crowd was like grabbing him. It wasn't Neymar on the front cover that he was, even though he was one behind that win. It was Messi. So I definitely think that he should have left. Going to PSG, I think when I first heard it, I thought that was a good move because look, if he wins PSG the UCL. The Champions League.
That's never happening, bro. That's never happening.
But HH, if it does though,
it's not happening.
It's not happening. It's
okay. No, but guys, you're talking with hindsight. At the time, it was the right decision to leave.
Exactly. Yeah, because HH, if he does do that he made you a PSG official. Neymar is the player that did that. He elevates them to the elite. So I like that mentality. I like that mentality where he was like, I'm going to go to that team. I'm going to be the best player on that team. And I'm going to lead them to glory. So was it the right decision? Yes. In hindsight right now, it's kind of hard because of the failures. Well, they won the league, but that's pretty much a given as PSG. But yeah, so I think right now it looks like it's a bad decision, but who knows? He could prove us all wrong.
Wait, 1 second. Wait, HH. Sorry to cut you, but HH, wasn't you saying in 2016, whenever he left the Neymar needs to leave? He can't be in the shadow of Messi for his whole career. You were the one saying this. So why are you changing your mind now?
Can I respond? Can I respond?
As long as you don't waffle, then yes, you can respond.
All right, thank you. I don't waffle. I only eat waffles. I don't waffle. I only eat waffles. Yes, you are right. I did say that back in 2016, but from 2016 to 2019, that's like 3 years, 4 years. My math is a bit off. I've seen a certain character trait. I've seen a man who is pampered, who is spoiled, and who has created a certain kind of very arrogant, selfish atmosphere around him at PSG. And this is
very true.
The energy you put into the world is the energy that you receive. Now, many people will say that he was unlucky with his injuries. And yeah, okay, of course, injuries are unlucky. But I truly believe that the manner in which he operated at PSG, the way in which he pretty much demeaned the kind of power that Emery had and the kind of arrogance that he moved around within PSG, I believe that the universe came back at him and said, you know what? As punishment, we're gonna make sure that you get injured at these crucial games. I feel that those things are fully in line because that's footage of him hitting the dude after they lost to the Coupe de France. What does that mean?
And one thing.
Wait.
One thing.
It's like so you're now angry that what's it called? You're not angry that you've lost a Coupe de France. No. This is all about the Champions League. Now, like people keep saying, "Oh, he was unlucky. He's unlucky." At the end of the day, you moved to try and win these guys the Champions League, and I don't want to hear any crap about. Hey, but if he was, so let me rewind what Kadim said to me, and which is why I said Kadim was wrong. In hindsight. No,
I have to respond, Double H.
He's not to blame for PSG's exit, though, is he?
Let me land. So maybe Kadim was right. That, you know what, Neymar? Maybe you're not that dude. Maybe you should go and stand right in the corner and say, yes, sir, no, sir. How hard?
That's bullshit, man.
Maybe he should say, yes, sir, no, sir. So when Messi says jump, Neymar should say, how high, sir?
No.
And even
never.
Today,
never. Wait. I have to respond to that. First of all, with the Neymar, like with the Coupe de France, like people forget, Neymar is a human being. He gets through the emotions. He's been affected by the setbacks. So when you see him being frustrated, like sometimes people need to, because I mean, people forget he's a human being too. Like Yeah, because he gets down when he gets injured and all this, and he shows a reaction. It's not a big deal. They're just making a big deal because it's Neymar. I mean, Messi reacts, but no one does anything because it's Messi.
Did
But
Messi ever
with
hit the
Neymar, people
fan?
just wanted to make it worse. Everything worse. And as for the Champions League, he had nothing. Like he wasn't able to play. I'm sure if Neymar played,
I don't.
easy
I
beating
don't
United.
Neymar,
So
get
it's
your
just
ass back
he
to
wasn't
Barcelona
there. He wasn't there. Like
and go and bow down to
he-
Messi. That's what I say. Go.
no.
Nah,
I
that would be
respect
the
him.
wrong move.
Yeah, I respect him for
Nah, it
for
doesn't.
going to
Yeah,
PSG.
yeah.
Mm.
Just unlucky. Like I mean, in life sometimes it's unlucky, but he can come back.
Wait, let's switch things up here.
Top 4 race.
We'll get that. Don't worry. Let's just
Yes.
let's just quickly end this right now. So this is like a free for all. The way that PSG are currently constructed, so this current team with Cavani, Mbappe, people, will they ever win the Champions League?
No.
Nope.
Does anybody
No.
say yes?
Yeah, I say yes. Yeah, I say yes.
The
We
The
don't
way
know
they're
what's gonna
constructed
happen.
right now.
I
The
say
way they're
yes.
constructed right now.
Okay, wait, easy. That here. Why do you say yes? Give us your logic behind you saying yes.
My logic behind that is simply because the project needs stability. I mean, if Thomas Tuchel was to stay for another season or two, maybe even 3, then who knows? Then they can win the Champions League. But the only issue I have with PSG is that they don't have stability. They need stability. I mean, if Tuchel was to stay, then that is a possibility. Obviously, they need to add to the squad. They need to make sure that there's more of a cohesion between the players. We saw that early on in the group stage when they finished top of a very difficult group, but the United tie was just a strange one, and I thought they were unlucky. Honestly, I thought they were really unlucky.
The one, yeah, it's like
They were really unlucky, to be honest.
Here, don't.
yeah, it's true.
They were unlucky. They were unlucky.
We're
It's
unlucky
true.
here, but they need to like Tuchel needs to make major improvements to
But
the.
I just want to add. If Tuchel does get sacked, then I don't see them winning the Champions League anytime soon.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So is the man to lead them to Champions League victory?
Nope.
He's never
Yes.
even done it though.
No.
He's never
Look,
won the Champions League, so I don't know where you're getting this.
No, wait. What did United fans say about PSG? I mean, about Barcelona. Like PSG played better than Barcelona. PSG were dominant against Man United despite losing. And if they just fix the cracks, where get a real goalkeeper and get a real midfield, get real midfielders. Get real midfielders. Like this team is really good because it's just the small pieces, key pieces that they're missing. They have the right coach.
They're a bunch of losers. Sorry.
No. Sorry if I could just interject 1 second. I really think that the only issue with PSG is the recruitment. Like I honestly, aside from Verratti, I forget who they have in midfield. Rabiot's on the payroll. They never use him. Draxler's never plays. He's on the bench, and when they do play him, they play him as a winger to replace Neymar.
They played him on
they play center midfield.
Yeah, in Coupe de whatever, Coupe de crap.
But even then, I feel like even the right back, like Kehrer is not it. Like their goalkeeping. Munir was actually started off as a 9. He was shifted to a right back later on in his career. He's a 9. That's why Munir scores a lot of goals. He was originally a 9. So like it's weird.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird that the recruitment is just very mediocre. With all that money they spend, they never really spend on the vital, like the gears inside the team, like that make their team run. Like in defense, Thiago Silva's quality, but alongside him, like Kimpembe, he shows sometimes he's good, but other than that, he's pretty mediocre at times. I just feel like they need to just get more top class players instead of spending 500 million on Neymar and Mbappe. You could have invested in way much more. They didn't really need Mbappe, to be honest with you. Mbappe was extra, but. Let's see how it plays out. I think they just need to get.
Look. So we'll see. No, I mean, basically, you guys are quite optimistic people. You should probably walk in like a mental home, because you're quite optimistic. But in my view, PSG are not sniffing a bloody Champions League.
And 1 point, I just don't like how what's it called? I mean, I'm going to say mainstream media again. Mainstream media is kicking a man when he's down. Like everyone just bashing Neymar when he's down. Like he's not. Yeah, but it's just why is everyone kicking him when he's down?
No.
He's had rough years.
The reason is
someone's just trashing him for no reason.
Gentlemen, remember when Neymar was arrogant and everything, I said, you know what? I like this arrogance because this man will deliver. This arrogance will deliver because I like him being the villain, the bad guy. Because when he delivers, then what you're going to do? The issue is if you don't deliver, because how do you allow Coutinho to be better than you at a World Cup. That's one thing.
He was not fully injured.
Let me land, man. Let me land.
No.
And the second thing is that with your arrogance and everything, you're now going to use an injury as an excuse. Really? Get the hell out of here. All right, next topic. Top four race in the Premier League, and then we'll get into our main event. So very briefly, all these teams want to lose. These guys are pretty much losing left, right, and center. I've never seen anything like this before. It makes no sense. So who comes third? Who comes fourth? Mane. Who comes third? Who comes fourth in the EPL at the end of the season?
Tottenham comes third, and Man United comes fourth.
Excellent. Wow. All right. A1. Can your boys do it, man? Can your boys do it? Third and fourth. Be real. Don't be bad.
I'll be real with you. Tottenham and Chelsea. Arsenal not coming third, man. Or fourth. We just don't have it in us. We don't have it in us. The approach to games is very poor.
Maybe you're saving it for
Europa League. I think I'm more confident in us winning Europa League than us getting top four, because I see Emery as more of a cup manager than a league manager.
Well, we're gonna get to Europa because Valencia are no slouches. We'll get there.
Yeah, I know, but I just see us win. But top four, no, we're not getting it. Our form is bad. It's not good.
All right, here, man.
I'm gonna say Spurs and Chelsea. I mean, I originally picked Arsenal to finish in the top four, but it's not looking good for them right now. To be fair, they lost 3 games in a row, 3 games which they shouldn't have lost on paper.
Conceded 3 goals.
Yeah, and conceded 3 goals in each of them as well. So, literally, the Europa League's like the only thing Arsenal have at the moment.
All right, Ford.
This is beautiful, because there were fans at the start of the season saying Torreira's better than Kante. Arsenal can finish top 4.
Yes,
when I was telling everybody they're going to finish 7th, no, he's not. Be quiet. No, he's not.
Yeah.
Don't lie to yourself, please.
He is, man.
Don't lie to yourself. Look, lying's a sin.
He is.
Don't do this.
Give me third and fourth, bro.
Bro, we already know what's going to happen. It's going to stay exactly the same. It is Tottenham's finishing 3rd, Chelsea finishing 4th. I'm going to beat an Arsenal in the Europa League final.
Wow.
Ramsey scoring in the final.
Haslam, give it to me. Third and fourth. Don't get too down on AC Milan, man. Have hope.
Tottenham third, United fourth.
Wow.
Damn.
All right, Juju, man.
Yeah, I say Chelsea and Tottenham are making it. And as for Europa, Arsenal are not going anywhere.
Easy, man. Juju, man, don't get them, man. Relax, man.
Did you say it? Chelsea win it.
Patience is a virtue, man. Patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
Redeem. Third and fourth, EPL.
I mean, I didn't follow the EPL at all the last weeks. I just looked at the league table and the fixes. I think it will stay as it is, and Spurs will stay 3rd. Maybe Spurs will have some issues because of Champions League. And but I think United. I think it will stay as it is. Spurs 3rd and Chelsea 4th.
Yeah, I just want to add, Manchester United will not play Champions League football in the next 5 years.
Hey!
Thank goodness.
Now wow. Ole. Third and fourth.
Tottenham and Chelsea, but none of the teams can be trusted.
Wow. Red, third and fourth, EPL. What happens? What goes down?
No, Tottenham's going to stay in 3rd, and I think Chelsea, they have the easiest route to just secure 4th place. And I even think Chelsea are even going to win the Europa as well. So
Easy.
I'm sorry, man. I wanted Arsenal because I was so gutted.
Red. If you have jinxed Zad, I'm gonna find you. Gonna go
HH.
Red, don't you dare bring that Juju man stuff to this thing. Because if Chad doesn't lift that cup, I will come.
There's only one. There's only one
life from this bloody hangout. Let's move. We're moving. Easy. Guys, let's roll. Guys, we seal. Guys, look, man. We're here. The last 4, the final 4, and it was about the price. It's about the price. They would be playing at the Wanda Metropolitano because Atletico decided not to go to their own stadium to win it because they knew that they would flop for the 3rd time in a row. Chill, relax, easy. Now, let's deal with the first one. Tottenham Hotspur against your boys Ajax. This is the biggest game of Tottenham's history through their very dramatic win, and I am so happy that my good friend Mane is going to kick us off here, because before we hear the views of your thoughts of Tottenham Ajax, Mane, you flipping coward. Now that's
Yes.
here, I need to hear
Expose him.
your reaction on it, because let's set the stage. This dude kept on saying, "Yeah, man, the quadruple, man. Like the quadruple, we're gonna win the quadruple. Oh, it's Tottenham, they're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna win the quadruple, man. Oh, this it's like so easy, man. Like who's Tottenham, man? Yeah." So, Mane, what is your response? That's now all that's left is the domestic treble. What happened on the fateful nights that VAR melted all of our hearts?
First of all, I blame this on Guardiola. I mean, the guy, the first leg, he just wakes up and just everything is perfect. We were supposed to win embarrassingly, but he just starts changing things that doesn't need to be. De Bruyne bench, Sané bench, put in David Silva because he's Spanish. He always starts regardless if he's shit or not. Just play him anyways. That's what happened. And the second leg, I mean, this VAR, we're gonna have to have a discussion. It's not ready, okay? It's not ready to be used in Champions League. It ruins the play, and as well as that, was that goal really offside? The Sterling Aguero wasn't really
Yes,
offside.
it was offside.
He was.
Wait. Let's be real, because I watched ESPN FC, and we were not shown the reverse angle of the Llorente goal.
Exactly.
If we were shown the reverse angle, it did strike his arm, but the referee can only go via the angles that he was given. So
you see this crap.
No, bro, man, that was fully offside. So I don't even know where you're smoking. But the Llorente one, reverse angle, it did strike his arm. But Mane, continue.
Exactly. So they review our goal, but the Llorente one, we're not gonna check it. But even then, away goals rule again. We lost by that. The second time, we're supposed to win the Champions League away goals, but it's fine. It's okay. As long as Liverpool don't win the Champions League, I don't care. Tottenham could win. Good for them. They'll be bigger than Arsenal and all that. But I think I'm starting to have questions about Pep Guardiola. I'm having that question about Pep Guardiola. I think he has a mental block in his head. Every time he's about to be successful, he self-sabotages. He starts making changes and doing things that don't make any sense. So this is on Guardiola, honestly, because we were supposed to win, but it's all on Guardiola. That's my opinion.
Okay. So let's look at Tottenham Ajax, man. What are you feeling for the first legs? The sunrise in the east is missing in the first leg. Thoughts? How do you think How do you see it going?
I think also Harry Kane might play, but I don't think that's going to make a difference.
Final. It's a final. Final.
Man, talk, man.
Well, Tottenham are going to play their 4-2-1-2 crap, and then Ajax is going to play 4-3-3. But I think this game is going to be tight because Tottenham are not really a high-scoring team. Even though they scored a lot against City, they're not really high-scoring. Ajax as well, they keep it tight at the back. So I don't see where the goals are going to come from with Tottenham. Dele Alli just misses so many chances. Lucas, Harry Kane. If Harry Kane plays, I think Tottenham have the edge, but it's going to be tight. So, Pochettino say he might play.
He's not, man. He's not easy.
Okay, so how do you see the score?
Honestly, I see it'll be one goal. I think Ajax might score one goal, and Tottenham might not have anything. But yeah, it's going to be very close. This is going to be the tightest one because they're almost 50-50. With Tottenham have a little bit of an edge, but because they don't have Son, they don't have Kane, I don't see where the goals are going to come from. So I'm going to go Ajax 1-0.
Okay. A1.
Also, again, Tottenham, they're playing at home first.
Yep.
And obviously, they're going to have to score. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, in the first leg, against Man City and Tottenham, I thought Tottenham would be tight at the back, but Tottenham will actually go at Man City. So I feel that Tottenham will try to go at Ajax, but at the same time, Ajax are very good when it comes to like moving the ball as well. So I think Ajax I think it might be a draw, but Ajax will definitely get a goal.
So are you saying 1-1, 2-2?
1-1.
They're here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Ajax are the favourites for this tie. I mean, obviously, because of the injuries to Harry Kane. Son is also suspended for the first leg, so Spurs, Pochettino might have to play a more defensive-minded game. But Ajax have a clear system in place. I mean, their 4-3-3 is really effective. They're possession-based. They counter-attack well. They play lovely football. I think Spurs will do well in the first leg to maybe stay in it, but I can see Ajax like scoring goals at there. So I'm going to go for 2-2 maybe the first leg, but then Ajax will win the second.
Oof. You're going for 2-2 first leg?
Yep.
All right. Forward.
Yeah, I think this is a battle between two really good coaches, two really good teams. But again, one team's just suffering of a lot of injuries right now, and especially in the midfield area. I think obviously Kane's a big miss. Son's also a big miss as well. But the fact that in the midfield they're going to be rolling with, I think Eric Dyer. Obviously, I don't even know who was going to partner him because Winks is injured, Sissoko's still injured. Obviously they sold Dembele, they didn't really get a replacement there, so they're in really dire shape.
Could be Ali or Ericsson.
Yeah, Ali, we saw what happened to Ali when he played in the holding position against Man City. I mean, he got destroyed. He's not a baller at all. They've been playing Rose in midfield recently, which hasn't really worked out. And that means you have to play Davis at left back, who's horrible. Also, you got Trippier at right back. He's going to get eaten up by Neres all day long over both legs. I don't see why Ore doesn't play, but it's down to Poch. So, yeah, I think Ajax definitely have the advantage. They definitely have the superior players in midfield. One problem that they do have is they're not very clinical. They do give up. They do waste a lot of their chances that they do create. So, but again, I do see them creating a lot of chances, especially against the Spurs back line. I don't think it's as good as people suggest it is. So, I see Ajax getting a lot of away goals here, and I feel like even though Son's missing this leg, I feel like it's important that he's going to be there for the away leg, just because of the away goals that could play into Spurs' advantage. But yeah, obviously just into this game, yeah, I'm gonna roll with a 2-2 as well. I think there's gonna be a lot of goals in it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll with 2-1 Ajax just because I feel like he's gonna take Spurs' chances.
2-1 Ajax.
Moro isn't really that clinical, and then you got Llorente, who I mean apparently he's the sixth horseman now, apparently, but like. Laney's not going to strike twice. He's not a clinical player. He's good for holding up possession, but I feel like Villic's going to eat him up anyways. And again, who's going to take their chances? Ericsson, he's not been in the greatest of form recently as well, to be honest, especially in front of goal. So
yeah, Ajax might actually finish it in the first leg.
It's very possible. And again, Tottenham can still come back strong in a second leg. It's possible because again, we've seen it throughout the duration of the Champions League. Teams normally do better in the away legs, second legs, because they go for more goals. And obviously, once you get more goals in the second leg, it really helps for the away goal rule. So I thought Tottenham will still be in it if they do lose the first leg at home, but I feel like I can see Ajax winning 2-1. I put it on a real masterclass in the midfield as well.
All right, Juju man, how do you see it going, man?
This is an easy game for Ajax. I'm not even joking.
Easy game.
Very easy game. If you look at
the tune has changed.
No. If you look at Tottenham, it's just facts. If you look at Tottenham,
wait, man. I thought these were prospects and trending people.
Yeah, but Pep Guardiola is a failure. He's a failure. He's the reason this Ajax are going to the final because he couldn't beat an easy Tottenham. And what's he called? I know Tottenham fans, Jack or something. The guy. What's he called? Look at the Tottenham's goals. Son's goal, poor defending by Delph, and Edison cannot score. Okay, that's first leg. Second leg, and second leg, what's it called? Laporte gave away 2 free goals, could not defend the corner against Llorente. So these guys are just giving up free goals. They're giving up free goals, and City dominated against Tottenham in that first leg. I mean, that second half, the first 10 or 15 minutes. And so this is easy. And if you look at Ajax, they made Juventus. I know Juventus are not that good of a team, and Madrid are not good of a team, but they went away. They went away and just they destroyed them. They destroyed them. So this is an easy tie for Ajax. I expect them to. I say 2-0 or 3-0.
Wow! Give me a break.
2-0. It should be an easy game for them.
2-0 away from home.
Yep. Because they face the tough teams. Like they've go toe to toe with Bayern Munich. They've gone toe to toe with Madrid. Toe to toe with Juventus. And I know they've not been in the best forms, but I mean, I wouldn't be worried after facing all those teams.
Wait, so one thing quickly, H, why are you so shocked? Tottenham just lost at home to West Ham. So why can't Ajax win?
No. Tottenham are intentionally tanking the Premier League because they don't care. They are overexcited for this championship.
I mean, those players look like they cared on the pitch when they lost to West Ham. You know how big the rivalry between them and West Ham is?
No.
To lose to them at home, that's big. Yeah.
Okay, before I go to Kadim.
Yeah.
When you're a player and you know that you are about to play a Champions League final for the first time in your career, That's your focus, not a bloody London derby against West Ham. Your focus is, my God, we are about to play the biggest match of our lives. This is going to be the biggest match of their lives of the players, because they've not played a match bigger than the Champions League semi-finals. Of course, their mind is focused on bloody Tuesday, 100%. Kadim.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to hear it, but it's a 50-50 game, I think.
Ooh.
I am for Ajax. I don't like Spurs.
Cash.
And I also, just for history, I want Ajax to be in the Champions League final. Would be awesome to have them back at the top where they have been in the 90s. And it's like a really awesome team with lots of young talents. And Spurs, I mean, they were really lucky so far in the Champions League, in my opinion. Like in both ties, they should have or could have fallen out of the Champions League. So I think, I'm for
Score.
Ajax.
So what was first leg score?
First leg score 1-1.
Okay. Muntaha.
Yeah, man. Hey, Josh, can you hear me, guys? Can you
Yeah,
hear
we
me,
can
guys?
hear you
Yeah,
clearly.
we can hear you.
Yeah, man, of course, man. This is like, the most crucial tie like Spurs would ever face
But
in
be
their
honest.
history. Yeah, of course, I'll be honest, bro. Look, man, like Spurs are a good team. Of course, they are missing Harry Kane, but the way Son played in the first leg as well against City, second leg too. No, man, this guy is a factor. This guy is your superstar. Like you cannot just keep on, like rapping about Harry Kane and all this stuff. No. This guy is like really your player, and I think so. He will step up. Look, man, like some of the my friends, like even they said, "Oh, Spurs lost to the West Ham," all this thing home and all. Come on, man, come on. They are, like even after the game, some of the Spurs players they commented like they are focusing about the final, and it's semi-final. They won't look. Ajax is a great team. Ajax is a great coach, man. They have like great youngsters, but like most of the narrative we watched, they played against Real Madrid, Juventus. They played away first, second, sorry, home first. Somehow, bro, like they used the away goal advantage a lot. If Spurs somehow stop them of scoring more than one goal, I think so. There is a great chance of Spurs of getting somewhat away goals at Johan Cruyff Arena and maybe it's to final. And it's to be honest, it's possible, brother. It's possible. So for
But with regards to the first, I'm not. I think one side you might be too close to your mic, so try and maybe step back from your mic because I can hear some feedback from your microphone. But specifically for this game, Tottenham at home without Son, what scoreline are you seeing here? I mean, how much with having Son affects this Tottenham team?
oh my god, I think so. It's going to be 1-1.
1-1.
Somehow, yes. Somehow Spurs will get a goal. I think so.
So Spurs can't win at their own home ground. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, they
No
cannot
Kane,
win.
no
But
Son.
yeah, but there is a possibility they can win away.
Okay. So 1-1. All right, Ole, give it to me.
Yeah, I think Pochettino is going to go for a pragmatic approach, and maybe Ericsson gives them maybe good crosses, maybe get like a header or something. But I think Ajax, it's going to be is a 50-50 game the way I see it. Maybe I see maybe 1-1. Pochettino, I think because of the pragmatic approach, Tottenham, I think will just try and defend and then try and survive till the second game.
Wait, so I think Tottenham are going to defend at home, not going the front foot away from them?
Yeah, because they can't really go on the counter because they don't have Son.
Okay, true.
They got Llorente up top, just maybe crossing to rely on head or something from a set piece.
Okay, all right. Red.
Yeah, I agree with what Ole said. I just feel like they're going to go with a pragmatic approach because they're at home. They're probably going to try to limit the away goals because I don't think they have anybody to fire aside from Lucas Moura. So it's going to be a very pragmatic game. I think the Ajax are going to be too much for them because even if they want to go with a pragmatic approach, they're missing Sissoko, Lamela, Aurier, and Winks. Like
all those are out on injuries. So, not to mention Son and Kane. So it's going to be very tough for Tottenham. I think it's going to be like a 2-1 Ajax. I think they will get a goal.
They might play Janssen.
I think that's going to do anything.
Don't remind us.
Red line.
Yeah, 2-1 Ajax, but this game is meaningless. It's going to be decided in the second leg. This game will be decided in the second leg. Because I feel like when Son is back, and maybe if Harry Kane can come back to the second leg, then it's going to change the ties. I think Tottenham can get a result away in Amsterdam.
So give me a score. So score for
2-1.
like
2-1 Ajax. 2-1 Ajax.
2-1 to Ajax.
Yep, they're winning. It's like, even if Spurs want to get a go at a pragmatic approach, they're missing Sissoko, which has been their best midfielder all season. They sold off Dembele, to China, which I thought that was really dumb because I always thought he was very solid for them. Can their back line absorb all that pressure? Because Ajax, you know how Ajax is going to play. And especially after I saw them play against Juve in the second leg, these guys are too good. They will get goals easily. They got 2 goals in Turin. They got 4 goals in Spain, in Madrid. They get 2 in London.
Against the pragmatic Juventus, they wiped the floor.
Yeah,
Okay, look. Oh no, I think I guess Son is missing. I know that's huge, but I think the disrespect I've heard against Tottenham here, I find quite outstanding. I mean, not a single person has actually predicted a Tottenham win, which is wow.
That's why I said in the second leg this will be decided because I want to see who's available for Spurs in the second leg. But with the current roster they have, I just don't see them beating Ajax because Ajax the league has actually shifted games so they have more rest before the game.
Yeah, big move.
Exactly, and their whole team is fit. If you look at their injury list, their whole team is good. I think there's only one. Who's going to be missing the first leg from Ajax? I think one of them got a second yellow in the Juve game.
Okay, yeah, but and what's it called? Tagliafico and Mazraoui should be fit, and I think we're giving Double H. I think we're giving Spurs. I think people are giving Spurs too much respect. This should be an easy game for Spurs. I mean, for Ajax. Considering their path to this place,
I mean, an easy game. This is a Champions League semi-final. Yes, Son is missing. Yes, and everything, but don't underestimate the occasion. And because the occasion is going to be so vast and so everything, we have to, because if Ajax played Tottenham in just a Champions League quarterfinal or even a second round game, then Ajax will wipe the floor with them. A Champions League semi-final, Tottenham knowing that this is the furthest we've ever been, and the crowd in that stadium that we are witnessing something historic for the club. You cannot understate that, bro. So I think it's not going to be as straightforward as you think it's going to be because of the occasion. That's just what I'm saying.
Okay, wait. Two things, HH, I just want to point out. Okay, first of all, living near the stadium and obviously knowing a lot of their fans, they're not going to create that great atmosphere. Let's be real. They're not the greatest of fans. It's not like they're Chelsea fans, for instance. All right. Secondly, where are they going to score goals on Tuesday or whenever the game is Tuesday? Where are they going to score goals from other than Lucas Moura? Okay, and maybe set pieces, perhaps.
The sixth horseman.
Llorente.
So you're betting on this. You're betting on Llorente to score goals for them. Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll see. Again, maybe set pieces, but other than that,
the man reform. Okay, look. Let's switch now. All right, guys, this is the big one. This is the big one. Now, everybody believes that whoever wins this game wins the Champions League.
I don't, by the way.
I do. Let me land.
Not if it's Liverpool.
Can you please your mouth shut? So basically, this is a huge game. I cannot wait for this game because this game is tactically too interesting. You know, the permutations, the difference in styles, New Camp first leg, Anfield second leg. There's so many different things, but let's just focus right now. We don't want to go too far. So, first leg, New Camp. Barcelona have sealed the league title. How do you see the first leg going between Barcelona and Liverpool? Mane, kick things off.
First of all, the New Camp isn't really a fortress as people gas it up to be. Man United showed that. Secondly, I think it's going to be If Rashford had scored in the 15th second, it would have been
Oh
Man United would
my
have won.
days.
Let's not pretend. And listen,
Damn.
it's basically De Gea cost them. That useless goalkeeper cost
Oh
them. But
my
anyway, let's put that
days.
to one side. Let's put that to one side.
It's a Man City fan. Big, it's all mad. But anyway.
It's the worst goalkeeping performance I've ever
Man,
seen
can
in
you
the
just
Champions League.
get on with the match?
Okay, so for me in this game, since they play the exact same formation, they always play 4-3-3, Liverpool and Barcelona. Liverpool is going to be a
4-4-2, mate.
midfield 4-3-3. That's all they play. Both of them play 4-3-3. But it's going to be a
4-4-2.
midfield battle where if Henderson, Fabinho, and Keita make mistakes, that's how Barcelona is going to win. But otherwise, Liverpool have a lot of room, whereas Salah and Mane can go through past Barcelona's backline, because Barcelona always push up too far up and they're very vulnerable to the counterattack, and that's what Liverpool are going to abuse. But if Henderson, Fabinho, and Keita keep losing the ball, especially Keita, that's who I'm worried about. He always loses the ball, always tries running with the ball like he's a number 10, even though he's a central midfielder. That's how Liverpool are going to lose the game, because Barcelona are going to counter and make those mistakes that Liverpool make in midfield and not being on the ball and not taking care of possession. That's how they lose games against a team like Barcelona. But I think Liverpool have the edge as long as the midfield is tight. It's basically a midfield battle because attacking-wise and defensively, they're very similar. Messi is not a one-man wrecking machine. Messi only works if the midfield is not doing its work, like in Man United's game, where the midfield is almost Pogba is non-existent. They just no pressure, no attacking sense, no defensive sense whatsoever. So I think if Liverpool's midfield performs to that top level, that's the only way Liverpool could win. But Barcelona, I think, are the favorites because of that, because I don't see how Liverpool, Henderson, Keita, and Fabinho don't have a mistake in them. So I'm going to go with Barcelona's going to win 2-0.
Whoa. So Liverpool are not going to get an away goal?
No, they're not, because that midfield is shaky. That's all. And Firmino's not playing, so they're going to put Sturridge.
Nah, Firmino should be fit.
No, he's not playing. He's injured.
He's fit to play, I think.
Anyway, he doesn't score goals. He doesn't score goals anyway. So
if that midfield 2-0, man, 2-0. A1. How did this one going, man?
It depends on the midfield as well. Like you said, Klopp could go for the Brexit midfield and try and press, Barcelona and just play that counter-attacking system. But at the same time, obviously, when Thanos is on the pitch, aka Messi, it could be like it could change everything, innit, if you get what I'm saying. Even if Van Dijk's on the
just
pitch.
like that.
Yeah, it's true, just like that. You saw the other week, Barcelona was struggling, and boom, Messi came on, he scored. So I feel Liverpool are going to be very, very wary of Messi in it, because this is a different level. And like I said, on the left side, which is Liverpool's right side, you've got Trent, who usually I would say he's the weak link in that, in that defense. So I can see Alba just getting up that wing. Yeah, I can see him get out of that wing and doing a few link ups with Messi. So I think Barcelona will win, but Liverpool are getting an away goal. They're getting an away goal.
So score. Give me a score line, bro.
2-1. I think 2-1. Mane's Mane's
That's when the bad results. That's when the bad results.
Mane's going to score. He usually likes to turn up in big games. I don't know about Salah, but anyway, yeah.
Top part.
Yeah, he might score now.
Here, break it down, man. Here, what can you do in leg numero uno?
Yeah, all right. Where do I start? I think from a tactical point of view, Liverpool are the better team due to Klopp. But as A1 mentioned already, I think the weak link for us is potentially Trent Alexander-Arnold, because we know Alba likes to make those runs. Messi drops deep, plays that pass, and all of a sudden Barcelona are through. But I think Barcelona also have a lot to worry about. If their midfield doesn't match the intensity of ours, then they're going to be in trouble as well. I think Mane is going to be a key factor in this game. Whether they decide to play Semedo or Roberto, I think Mane is going to cause problems. I watched Barcelona at the weekend against Levante. I don't think they played that as well as I thought they would. They were struggling to break down Levante until Messi came on. Also, Barcelona were hanging on right at the end against Levante, by the way. Levante. So they are a team we can beat. If we're at our best, I think we can win at Camp Nou, but I'm gonna go for a 1-1 because they have Messi, and I think the real Thanos on the pitch
1-1?
might be, and the real Thanos on the pitch might be Van Dijk.
Chill. So that here, you're telling me that in the first leg of a Champions League semi-final, Barcelona will not win the game.
No, they will not win the game. We are a better team. If we play, we just need to impose our game. That's it. And I was going to mention Messi as well. It will be interesting to see how Liverpool approach Messi. If we man mark him, if we focus too much on him, that's not going to be good. But if we play our own game and maybe get one or two people on him, namely Fabinho and Robertson, then we should be fine. But I also want to add, if Valverde plays Dembele in both legs on Barcelona, Barcelona are going to stretch us a lot more if Dembele plays. But I think Dembele might be on the bench for the second leg.
No,
so very briefly. So that here, who would you fear more, Deus or Coutinho?
Easily Dembele, without a shadow of a question. Coutinho, I don't think Coutinho is as good this season as he was the previous years. That's not to say he can't cut inside and shoot or anything like that. I mean, we know about him, but Coutinho might not even start the first leg, so obviously Dembele.
Which is crazy.
Dahir, stop sitting on the fence, man. Make a choice. 2-2, 1-1. I mean, come on.
He said 1-1. He said 1-1.
Listen,
no, he said 2-2 for the Tottenham game.
Man, can you please just chill? He said 1-1. Dahir.
Well, I don't see Man City in the competition, so.
That's a big call. That's a very big.
You're coming. 2 more games, that's all. 2 extra games.
Yeah, you'll lose the next one or draw it. Don't worry about that.
Forward.
3-1 Liverpool.
Yep. As about to say.
Judgment, I didn't call you. Forward. Can you please just repeat what you just said?
Wait, you said 2-1
No, I said 3-1 Liverpool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Forward, please fully explain. You realize that this is at the Camp Nou, not at Anfield. That's at the new camp.
I do.
Okay, so can you please explain exactly just what the hell came out of your mouth?
A wider pitch, 4 meters longer than Anfield. Again, Liverpool are going to be very, very motivated for this game. Again, I could talk about this game for hours. There's so many variables that we're going to talk about right now. I'm still not even going to get onto. But again, the main things that come to me when I think about this match is Liverpool's intensity when they play against Barcelona. I think it's going to just be something that they're not used to. And again, Barcelona played a lot of hard games this season, but not the level of hard game that Liverpool are going to produce to them. Again, you have to remember, Liverpool, this is probably the best Liverpool side I've seen in my lifetime. Yeah. They're fighting for so much, and they've had such a great season so far. And for them, they know that they need to win this game. Again, the league's not in their hands. They know that they need to go all out and win this game, especially away from home, where they know that they can obviously go up with their away goals and get as many as they can. They're going to go all out. Because if remember, guys, there's a possibility that they can go and win 97 points in the league and finish trophyless. You know how mad that will be? They need to go ham and actually make sure they go through and beat Barcelona by all means necessary. And I feel like they will do that. I feel like with Messi, you can't just afford to just have him. Yes, he's Thanos, and yes, he can do anything, and yes, he probably will score. But you can't afford to just have him walking around the pitch and not looking that interested, which he does in La Liga. You won't get away with that against Liverpool. You cannot get away with that against Liverpool. And that Brexit midfield, yes, that Brexit midfield is very, yeah. I think one other thing I do want to touch on, the main reason why I'm going 3-1 Liverpool is because I don't trust Valverde. I think Klopp, he's proven himself in Europe, especially in two-legged European ties. He's proven his tactical nous. I think the only time I've seen him really get outdone was by PSG and Tuchel, actually, in the second group game against PSG. And I don't see Valverde doing anything tactically to stifle them. I mean, unless he does that 4-4-2 diamond with Darwin there, which I think is going to be a horrible tactic to play. He's going to play Coutinho there, which is going to not use the width and not exploit. But that was good. But again, I don't feel like using a 4-4-2 diamond with Busquets, Arthur, Vidal, and
Rakitic.
The other one I'm missing, Rakitic. I don't like that midfield against Liverpool. I don't think that suits Barcelona's strengths. And again, if he wants to play that, maybe that stifles Liverpool a little bit, but that's not playing to the strengths of Barcelona. That's not Barcelona.
Forward, I actually agree with everything you said, but I just don't see any way we win the first leg 3-1 at Camp Nou because Barcelona know this is a semi-final, so they might want to try and stay alive for the second leg.
Man.
But
so the reason why I say
that's like seriously, man. That's just
obviously I'd like it to be true, but
no. Basically, I'm actually terrified as to what Judgman is going to say because I saw him like laughing with what Ford was saying. So So Ford, so you're sticking with 3-1. That's your final
100%.
answer.
And the reason why I'm going 3-1 is because I think Liverpool will get off to a hard start. And again, everybody's talking about this is Barcelona, the new camp. And they're going to be like, shit, we can't be losing at home at the new camp in the Champions League semi. No, we have to go all out. And that's going to expose them. And that back line, I don't trust. Again, I think Sergio Roberto is going to start, which is another tactical mistake.
Piqué has been big time lately, though. Piqué
you need to actually apologize to him. You calling him a brick this entire season.
No, he wasn't. He was a brick at the first of the season, but he's improved.
Yeah, he's been great. But again, when you're going up against Firmino, and again, she's been amazing the second half of the season. I think her hold-up play, the way that she brings in Salah and Mane into play, I feel like she's a very underrated aspect of the Liverpool team. So she's going to cause a lot of problems to that back line. So, yeah, man, Liverpool. Why are you laughing? What did I say?
Wait, no. Okay, look, we're not going to get into any of that stuff, man. So basically, you're sticking to 3-1. All right, take it to 3. All right, Juju man.
Wait,
first for Juju man. Okay, what scoreline is coming out of your mouth?
It's 3-1 because I didn't. I also Ford had the same scoreline as I had. Like I said 3-1 Liverpool, and it's not it's not what's it called? Because it's not what's it called? Liverpool have their back against the wall, and I think people are underestimating this team. Like the one game that changed me about Liverpool is the Bayern Allianz Arena away. I saw a different team that I've ever seen with Liverpool.
Kovac,
like they went there. No, it's not Kovac. You have to give because Bayern were beating teams like 7-0, 6-0, 5-0 in the Bundesliga.
In the Bundesliga, come on.
But with Liverpool, I saw a different team. They went to the Allianz Arena, and once they scored, it was a formality. But Bayern, it just made Bayern look like an average team. And that one thing, people think Alaba is going to run. Alaba is not going anywhere. Salah they'll do the same thing they did against Madrid, where they'll have Salah on the right side and pin Alaba there. Alaba will be staying right there. He's not going to make any runs. If he does, he'll be at his own risk. As for Liverpool, I think the key guy
Trent,
is...
You said the same with Trent as well.
No. Against who? Semedo?
No. Trent against Dembele if he plays.
Yeah, but Dembele, we don't know. Dembele has been inconsistent. He's been inconsistent.
No, start Coutinho.
Yeah, but we don't even know if he's going to start. And the one thing about Liverpool too is I lost my train of thought. But the one thing about Liverpool too is Sane will be the key guy. I mean, not Sane, Mane. Sadio Mane is the key guy because when I've seen this time and time again, Champions League final against Bayern, and now on Tuesday when things are against the things are against him and the crowd is booing, everyone is, this guy rise up to the occasion. He tries well when
Mane is
in hostile environment. So it's like if I'm expecting
best player,
if there's a player, I'm expecting Mane to be. Mane should be amazing on Tuesday.
So let me get this straight. So you're telling me that Liverpool are going to travel to Spain in Camp Nou and they're going to drop 3 goals on Messi? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes, this team is. Yes, and the one thing with Barcelona, I think Barcelona are underestimating Liverpool because I saw them celebrating and they're singing as if this is their ritual.
No, that's not true.
No. Let me learn. It's like their ritual where it's like wrap up the league, handle these games, and then get another trophy, and then win the final. It's by the way they're just celebrating was it's like they know the next steps to take. But Liverpool, I think everyone's underestimating this team. I know Liverpool is the best team in Europe.
They're not underestimating
No, Dahir, we're getting out of the closet. Liverpool are the best team. We're not pretending now. There's no time to pretend. This should be an easy game. I'm expecting. I'm expecting.
This guy, man. Don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it. No. You said easy game now, so that means.
No, we're playing with the
Wait. Chill. Juju man forward. You've had your say. I will come back to you. All I'm saying is that I cannot wait until Barcelona fans comment on this video because the level of disrespect that have come out of your mouths, I think, is quite frankly disgusting. But who knows? You may be right. Kadeem, bring some sense to this madness.
Yeah, again, a 50-50 tie. I'm looking for... I'm so happy that this tie is happening now because I always wanted to see Klopp against either with Dortmund or now with Liverpool against Barcelona. And I think the problem for Barcelona will be their strength, like Messi, or Coutinho or Dembele,
Or Suarez.
Huh?
Suarez, you can celebrate.
Yeah, no, I
Very
mean
nice.
because Messi is defensively like not non-existent, and against Liverpool, which fights all over the pitch, it will be difficult for Barcelona to compensate for a non-defending player like Messi and also Dembele, and I think also Coutinho defensively. I don't know. And what I mean, honestly, I don't see much weaknesses. I don't think that Liverpool will lose by a huge margin. I can't see them because they defend so good. If it comes to a result, it's really difficult. I mean, like I was also convinced by those who said that Liverpool is gonna win, and initially I was favoring a draw. But yeah, maybe either 2-1 for Barcelona or 2-1 for Liverpool. I can't really.
Okay, all right, cool. Wait, Muntaha.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, man, we all know that right now Manchester City is going to win the Premier League. For sure. Manchester City is going to win the league.
Thank
And
you.
this is
Not yet.
No,
Not yet. Not yet.
Come on.
It's over, Dahir. Wake up.
Yeah.
No, not yet. One more game. One more game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Take
that's
one more
the-
game, but still, I think City is going to win. But the way Barcelona is playing, man, like, come on, man, like, what saying? Like, they are like taking it easy this game. No way. Look at what these guys are saying. We are focusing on Liverpool. Even they know like the threats Liverpool can bring to the table. The question is, we all know to play. The Barcelona is going to approach with this game. Are they going to play pragmatic style of football? Because under Valverde, because they know that this is the like in a sense, this is the Valverde's last chance to win the Champions League with Barcelona team. So still, man, it's difficult to say that like Liverpool is going to win this game easily. And if you see Barcelona all this season in Champions League, they are literally unbeatable in Champions League in on Camp Nou. It's not that easy to go like come on, man. It's a fortress right now in European football.
So,
like,
Jesse Muntaha,
not
explain
easy,
to
bro.
people why Liverpool can't go and drop 3 Gs there. Please explain to
No,
people.
bro. Come on, man. Look, man. The way Messi is going to approach for this game, man, people are like slipping on Suarez. I know Suarez is not in that great, in that form. But if you see, Suarez bring on some of the clutch goals. Come on, man. Look, I know that. Look, Dembele is out of form as well. But Coutinho is effective at some point. He's predictable, but he can bring on Valverde can bring on Dembele, in second half. So that would be the best option to stretch the Liverpool defense. And second, like finally, I just want to say one thing, man. Come on, this is Barcelona, and you cannot just say and hit 2 or 3 Gs over there. It's not that like I know it's mentally. I don't think so. Mentally, Liverpool is like ready to go and hit it.
One them, please.
Yeah, no, yeah, man. So, man, for me, I still think Barcelona is going to win this game 3-1.
What?
Never.
3-1, yeah, on Camp Nou.
Yeah, I just want to talk about Suarez. I think obviously people may think that he's going to turn up, but I think he has looked sloppy for a while now. So he might be the reason why Barcelona, some of their attacks, don't quite come to fruition. And also, obviously, the connection with Liverpool, obviously, he's our former legend and whatnot, but he has declined in his game. He's hold up play. Maybe he is, but for Barcelona, I think he could be a
The thing is what? Suarez needs just one chance.
No.
One chance in the box, brother. Come on.
Wait, one chance? This guy is beyond
Suarez is very wasteful.
Can someone remind me? Can someone remind me? Barcelona against Lyon, Suarez missed all those chances. Like who has Barcelona faced?
I can't
No. Wait.
Chances he missed versus Lyon.
Guys, but Suarez away was like he was crap. I agree with that. But at home, look, the Suarez, what the performance he brought in the second.
No, but he's going to be up against a very good defense, and so he might actually struggle.
Hey, just say what you want to say. It's the best defense in Europe. Just
hatred. I just want.
So that here, just to be clear, so are you saying that you don't fear the cannibal, or you still fear him? So do you fear the cannibal, or you don't fear the cannibal?
Absolutely not. I don't fear him. No,
Yeah.
it's only Messi and Dembele actually. But I also want to say Jurgen Klopp hasn't actually lost a two-legged tie since he's been at Liverpool, which is extraordinary given like how he started.
But Dahir, none of the
What did he
question is
win?
that. Dahir, Van Dijk, yeah. No. Do you think he will be that mobile, like in front of Lionel Messi?
Can you ask that again, Munta?
Bro. What I'm saying to you, if you see what you call Van Dijk, yeah, for me, what I've witnessed Van Dijk this season, he's a good defender. He's good in the aerial boxes and all those threats he clears up. But what I'm saying to you, with Messi running at you, is he that flexible and that mobile to stop Messi? Do you understand that?
No, I don't think by himself, but as a unit, you never know. As a unit, obviously Messi's going to have his moments.
Van Dijk, man, that's what we're paying for, man. We're paying for that. Messi and Van Dijk, that's what we want to see, baby. See that, baby. So look, man, let's move because we're going to talk about Messi, Van Dijk separate. Just chill. Ole, talk. Liverpool, Barca, what's going to go down in the first leg?
Yeah, so as you know, Barca played Man United, and from what I see, Liverpool is a terrible matchup for Barca.
Yes.
Yeah, I think because Liverpool like to attack through the wings and like to hit the ball quick into the channels, and with Jordi Alba running, trying to support Messi, because at the end of the day, Messi is literally carrying this Barca team. Like, if you look at, they had to bring him on in the weekend to win, and Suarez is literally unreliable when it comes to finishing. And against Man United, Busquets and playing from the back, they were a little bit shaky. So, yeah, I think Liverpool is a terrible matchup for Barca. I think it's 3-1.
Wait, 3-1 to Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah. Woo! Nice. All right, Red.
HH, first of all, for people saying that Camp Nou is not a fortress, Barca haven't lost at the Camp Nou the Champions League since 2013, since the Bayern game. So Barca are pretty much unbeatable at home. That's one. Two.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah, 2013. They don't lose. They don't lose at home.
So
let me fact.
Mane, another L for Mane.
Let me fact check.
Wait. Let Red.
Fortress.
Now, I agree with Ole again. I think Liverpool. Look, with Liverpool, the beautiful thing about their team is they're workhorses. Like, even the front three, you'll see Salah and Mane. They will track back. Like, they'll play right back or left back. They'll go all the way back the pitch. So they have 11 players pushing and pressing with the ball. Barca don't have that luxury because Messi and Suarez are pretty much useless defensively. They won't really press. They don't really do any of that. So, but at the same time, Messi just needs one ball, or Busquets needs one ball, and that's it. That's a goal. So my only worry is for Liverpool is they have to be focused, because with Barca they'll end the game in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. They will score 2 or 3 goals, tie over. That's it. Like, the game is no. You don't have to watch the rest of this game.
So Red, what scoreline are we seeing, baby? Give me a scoreline, man.
I'm giving it. I see Liverpool scoring. I think they'll get an away goal. But I do see maybe a 3-2. I think we're going to have a goal fest and a 3-2 to Barcelona. A 3-2 Barcelona. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be like a last-minute winner by Barca. Like Messi just doing some crazy shit. Like, that's it.
Oh, okay. So let's expand this one, because look, man, this is a big game. Before we'll obviously get to the Europa League. Now, many people say Van Dijk's the best defender in the world. That's what
he is.
And hey, let me land. My thing about this is that I can't give him that title officially. I don't care about the PFA player of the year. I don't care what he does in the Premier League. This is your test. This is your acid test. If the Verge stops and nullifies Messi, then he's undoubtedly the number 1 defender in the world. So for Van Dijk, this is what it's about. So guys, who will win the contest? Who will come out better? Van Dijk or Lionel Messi? Mane?
I mean, this is an easy question for everyone. It should take 10 seconds to answer.
At least think
Messi is going to come out on top because it's Messi. And it's Van Dijk, first of all, never been at this stage playing against Messi. So I think Messi's going to embarrass him like he did to...
You don't believe in the defensive skills of the Verge?
Nah, he shouldn't even have won Player of the Year. Fucking center back Player of the Year. Imagine that.
Look at the bitter
El
comments.
Mane. El Mane.
I mean, people scoring 20 goals a season every year don't get Player of the Year, but this guy.
You're saying Messi over Van Dijk in this like.
Yeah. If Van Dijk is only good in the air, so that's the only reason. But Messi doesn't head the ball, so Messi's gonna outperform him easily. So
Okay,
yeah.
all right, okay. A1.
I wouldn't say it's going to be a Messi v Van Dijk battle because I'm pretty sure Messi will be all over the pitch, and also
But who do you think will come out better? Who do you think will perform better in this tie? So do you think we'll look more at how
it's going to be Messi, man.
is or Messi getting that ass?
Messi, man. Messi.
Inevitable.
It's Messi, man. Thanos, remember?
That's what right. The here. Can your boy rise like the Phoenix in this game?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Messi the first leg because they're at camp now. But Van Dijk will win the war. I think the second leg will be fine.
Mr. 50-50.
All right.
Yeah, nobody can stop Thanos by himself, but obviously I see Van Dijk as Captain America, and he's got the whole Avengers with him. He's got everybody with him. It's not going to be just him defending Messi. He's got Robertson, and also a key player in the defensive system is Mane. Mane tracks back so well. People don't underestimate how much of a factor he's been in big games for Man City. Sorry, for Liverpool. Against Man City, for instance, against us, he's always tracking back on that left-hand side and really giving support to Robertson and the left centre mid as well. So it's not going to be just Messi versus Van Dijk, but again, to your question, who's going to come out on top? I think Messi's going to have a great game, but I think Van Dijk's going to show himself to be the best centre back in the world. Again, what happened to Boateng a few years ago, that's not happening to Van Dijk. It's not happening. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to. I believe in
the Verge, man. I believe in the Verge. I'm a big fan of the Verge, but that's why I'm so excited for this because, as I said,
Messi can't win this tie on his own, though, man. Barcelona, Suarez needs a big game. Coutinho needs a big game. Dembele needs a big game. Busquets in the first leg against Manchester United was below average. I mean, he can't afford to play like that against Liverpool.
Aren't they playing Liverpool? What are you talking about here?
Wait, Haitian.
No, I'm talking about Busquets.
Can I make one more point? So I think a couple months ago I actually said, and I think somebody else agreed. I think Juju agreed with me that Messi is declining. Now I want to just elaborate on that a little bit more. I don't think Messi maybe is declining as a player. I think he's actually a better player than he was a few years ago, but I think he's more manageable. I think it's easier to mark him out of the game. I think before he was like, just because of the speed that he had, the acceleration,
he could dribble like four players.
And he could dribble like you couldn't stop him when he was on it. But I think now, even though he's a better passer, he's got a better footballing IQ, which is almost impossible because he was still amazing before.
But the issue is that because he's going so far deep, it's very easy. It's very harder to outmark him because he's pretty much a central midfielder.
But at the same time, it's also easier.
A guy following a guy all the way to central midfield.
True. You can't mark him out of the game, but you can minimize his impact on the game. Like he's not popping up into the box.
For sure.
He's not popping up into the box, getting into dangerous positions all the time. He's always trying to make things happen. But I think 4 years ago, like you couldn't stop him if he tried to get 1v1 with, or say 1v2 with players. He would get past all of them. But I think now you can kind of stop him, and that's where it goes to the fact that they're relying on this man too much. The guy's 31, 32 years old, and they're relying on him way too much. They needed Dembele to step up. He's not been able to step up when he's been injured. Coutinho's not going to do it. Suarez is wasteful. Arthur's good, but he's not really got that end product, if you know what I mean. So
no.
Take a lot.
But Arthur plays the Javi role though, so
he does it well, but he's not. Again, I'm talking about the end product to win Barcelona the game. I feel like they need more than just Messi, and I don't think they have that. Especially if Roberto starts over Semedo. I think Roberto's a horrible.
Juju man, Van Dijk versus Messi. Who's going to come on top?
Van Dijk will come on top easily because the one thing about Liverpool is their work rate is off the chain. This guy's work hard.
Wait, Juju man, you know that you're talking about a World Cup flop in Messi. Man.
I know Messi is decent, but what is it called?
Someone clip that up.
But what's it called? Van Dijk is. I think that I was thinking about this team.
Juju man, I think we lost you, bro.
That's what happens. That's what happens with Thanos, man.
Exactly. Verge, who comes up on top? Kadeem.
To defend Messi, you need the whole team. like one-on-one, he's killing everybody. So so that's it. So Klopp and Liverpool will need to find tools to defend Messi, and this tool will include Van Dijk, but it can't exclude anybody like anybody else. It must be 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and so you can, like, maybe Van Dijk is needed in some situations. Of course, he needs to show up like everybody else. But overall, you need like all the other defenders as well to raise up. So if it's 1-on-1, when Messi will defeat anybody, yeah. So, and I don't know whether this will be the how shall I put it, the main 1-on-1 on the pitch, because Messi, as you all said, is dropping deep. So maybe it won't be that Messi will pass the ball to I don't know who, and then Van Dijk needs to defend against Suarez or Dembele or Coutinho. I don't know, but maybe it's not this situation that Van Dijk is actually needs to defend Messi. Because this will be also what Messi is trying to do, to lure the central defender out of the back four, and then there's a space free, and then he will pass the ball into that space, and then it's game over. So I think Messi, if you ask like this, but as a team, I think Liverpool has a better team and Barcelona the better individuals. And overall, I think I hope Liverpool will go through. I'm just happy that this tie is going to happen. So I just want Ajax and Barca or Liverpool to be like, I want Klopp to win, but yeah, I'm just happy how everything works out so far. So
okay, Muntaha.
Bro, come on, man. It's a joke, man, to say compare with, like, with Van Dijk, like, can Van Dijk stop it? Come on, bro. It's like so easy.
Come on, no. In fairness,
come on,
Van Dijk
took the battle, though. To be fair, we're not comparing them as like influential.
Innocence, bro. Like
Van Dijk is seen as the best defender in the world, up against one of the most deadliest attacking players in the world. So it's a great matchup. Who's going to come out on top?
Bro, come on, man. Like, even your idol, or Jose Mourinho, even he said that you need a cage to stop Messi. It's not going to be that easy, bro. Come on, man. Like, if for a second, hypothetically, if we consider Van Dijk versus Messi, this guy is going to rip him apart, bro. To be honest, bro, Van Dijk, okay, he's good, he's great as well, like in terms of shot blocking as well, he's good. But come on, this guy's playing against the beast, bro. This guy's the best dribbler, man. Like, oh my god. And this guy thrives on playing on the tight spaces, bro.
So let me just say this. So don't you think that Van Dijk would be able to handle Messi in a one-on-one situation? He'd be able to read Messi's movements.
No,
bro, look, man, Messi is so unpredictable at times, especially in this season, man. Like, look what happens against United. Look, I know United defense is crap. I'm not comparing United defense with Liverpool defense, okay? But what I'm saying to you, the way he moved, cut in left side, it was unpredictable. I know it was a mistake from Ashley Young, but that was so unpredictable. And this is what Messi lives on. This is what he does for living. It's so unpredictable. It's not that easy to predict the Messi moves. No. It's not going to be that easy for Van Dijk. Even though I think so, Van Dijk needs some of the Fabinho helps. This guy Hendo. No way, man. Like, if Messi versus Van Dijk 1-on-1, you know what's going to happen, bro. Boating 2.0, bro.
Not really, nah.
Easy.
But I think Messi can win the battle.
All right. Okay. Ole, Messi or Van Dijk, who will shine more in the game?
I think in a 1v1, I think Messi will do Messi, because Messi, if you give him a sniff, that's the problem. You just give him that yard to just do something, then he can kill you. But Van Dijk, I favor Messi. Van Dijk's top, but this is the best in the world. So.
Okay.
Ole at the wheel.
Wait. All right. Red. Man, relax.
Okay.
Red.
Let me just, before I preface this, we're not talking about all time. This is just on this match, just for this current Messi versus current Van Dijk. Van Dijk is going to get the better of Messi. He will.
Now we're talking cheddar.
Red. And HH, let me just bring the facts. Because Van Dijk has played 36 games in the league. 36, only lost one. He has held it down to Liverpool.
Preach, man, preach.
And that one that he lost was up against one of the best Premier League sides of all time in Manchester City. And they only scored 2 goals. They beat them 2-1.
Thank you.
So let's look at it aerially. If Messi tries a lob ball or anything like that, Van Dijk is lethal in the air. And Van Dijk has not been dribbled past this whole season. Zero dribbles past Van Dijk. That is a fact. So now, Messi, forward, you mentioned earlier about who agreed with you. I agreed with you on that because Messi has lost his burst of pace. He doesn't have the same pace he used to have in 2015, 2014. So if he can't try that against Van Dijk. And another factor to factor into this is that Liverpool have workhorses. You will not get Van Dijk in
abundance.
Talking to speak on it, boy.
He's not going to be on a 1v1 situation because Liverpool will always have their fullbacks that will aid Van Dijk, and the midfield will always be pressing from the back. So Messi won't have the time to really maneuver it the way he does with other teams. So if you factor all those, I don't see how Messi can really get the best out of Van Dijk. I will say they will score. I did predict a 3-2, and I will stand by that, but I don't feel like it's because they're going to try to bypass Van Dijk and more target the weak spots in defense, similar to how Madrid did last year in the Champions League final, where they just sort of overloaded on Trent Alexander-Arnold. But I feel like Liverpool this season are a bit more savvy, more experienced, and they can maneuver around that, and they won't really let themselves be exposed in a 1v1 situation where they're going to always have 2 or 3 players around the ball at all times. So I feel like Van Dijk will get the best of Messi. It's really and it's hard, and there's no disrespect to Messi because Messi's obviously he's the best in the world, but Van Dijk this season is the best defender. You can't hate on him. What he's done, it's incredible. Absolutely deserves the PFA Player of the Year because if it wasn't for him, Liverpool wouldn't have a 97-point season.
So okay, look, Red. No. Basically, Red. All I'm saying is that you've pretty much totally disrespected Messi right
totally.
now. You basically called him a loser. You basically stopped short from calling him a complete and utter loser.
It's no shame in being cut down by Van Dijk.
Let me land. So basically, all I'm saying is this, man. I can't wait for Wednesday because I've heard some shocking things being said on this platform. And you know what? I'm almost tempted to do a hangout straight after the game on Wednesday. I don't think I can wait until Friday. So I think I'm going to have to activate the engineer hangouts the moment the referee blows his whistle because I want to see every single soul back here on Wednesday because there are. I've heard I've heard Messi's a loser. I've heard Van Dijk. I've heard Bob Boateng 2.0. I've heard some shocking things on this damn thing. So when it all goes down, I hope you guys return. So like guys, let's go to Europa. Easy.
Oh wait, one coming before.
Okay, Juma, finish your point because
yeah. The one thing I think Messi's best attribute is his playmaking. I think his playmaking is like the pass. Some of the passes he makes is good, but the one comment I'm like, when's the last time Liverpool lost? I swear I don't remember. Like, can anyone check that? When's the last time?
Man City.
It was Wolves. It was Wolves the week after.
Wolves.
So it's like all the way like 2 months ago. I don't think they're losing.
Juju.
What's so funny? Why you laughing?
Hold on. Let me ask you this, Juju. One question for anyone that can answer this. When's the last time Liverpool won anything? That's a big question for me.
Moving on. Manny, why do you always have to bring down the mood, man? Jeez, what the hell?
Yeah, man. This guy knows he knows his team's gonna lose the league. He knows they're gonna
bottom. Which one?
All right. Okay.
Chill. Europa. This is key one. This is called Zad's Destiny. It's called Zad's Destiny. That's the new name for this competition. I checked. It's in the book. It's called Zad's Destiny. So
Europa League?
Yeah, let me land. Please, let me land. So before we go to the Valencia Arsenal game, man, I want to talk about that.
Oh my
Let
god.
me,
Leave it to last, man. Leave it to
guys,
last.
man, I've heard you guys talk, man. Okay, the beauty Hangout. Can't I talk? Let me just talk small. Let me talk small. Then you guys can just talk however long you want. Let me just talk small. Let me talk small. So okay, this is about Zach. Now look, he needs to win that Europa League because rumor has it that he's going to Real Madrid. That's what I've heard. I hear things. Frankfurt are no slouches. Frankfurt are no slouches, and I think if you all know resident German, they have a football hot German correspondent, Kadim, who's been doing a great job for the past few years. He is a Frankfurt native, so this is personal for our German amigo. But this is worrying because I think Chelsea have to win the Europa League. I think, and I had a vision. I had a vision that Zad did it, but it was kind of a weird blurry vision, and I couldn't really see it fully because there were a few like Eagles and like Wizards in the vision, but I think it was all right. But Zad, I think he did it. But that wasn't really a vision. But the key thing is that he did it in the vision. He needs to do it in reality. So, but for Chelsea, Frankfurt, this is not easy. So, Mane, Frankfurt, Chelsea. What are you saying? Are you saying Chelsea? Good. Now, A1, what do you say? Okay. Mane, what do you say?
Yeah, Chelsea should win it just based on the amount of money
No.
the team spent on the players.
This is a binary hangout. Yes or no? Who wins it?
I mean, it has to be Chelsea. They have to win it. So Chelsea's gonna win it.
It has to. Just who wins? Yes or no? Is it Chelsea or is it Frankfurt? Who is winning this tie?
Let's hope Higuain does something because that Chelsea team's full of bums. But yeah, Chelsea.
Okay. All right. A1. Chelsea, Frankfurt. Who are you feeling and why?
Wait. Who's home? Chelsea or Frankfurt?
I think Frankfurt are home first.
Oh, yeah, Frankfurt. Frankfurt. Oh, Frankfurt are winning.
Oh, wow.
No, tie.
So Chelsea can't get a W in the first leg. Is that way, Franson?
They're not winning. Chelsea ain't winning the first tie.
All right,
I think it's going to be 2-1.
Give me a score, bro. Give me a score, man. What kind of score?
2-1 Frankfurt.
Hey, what about the overall tie?
Forward, relax, man. We're going judge.
Don't get rattled forward.
Yeah, score. I'm sorry.
Is it just the first leg or the overall tie?
The first leg. Well, we're going small.
2-1 Frankfurt. 2-1 Frankfurt.
Thank you. Me too.
Wow. Forward. Blues, what can they do, man? What can they do? Can Zad deliver something in this? Can we take that W in this first leg? Can we take the W? Forward, give it.
Zad is going to deliver. We already know this. It's inevitable. It's going to happen.
Speak on it.
Look, he's the Thursday night Thanos, all right? That's how it is. Giroud is the Thursday night Ronaldo. That's just how it is. We've dominated everybody in Europe so far. Okay, look. Let me humble myself. Let me be
Europa.
Frankfurt are a good team. I've watched quite
a bit. Yes, they're a very good team.
They've been very good. Jovic has been very impressive, but apparently he might not be fit for the first leg. If not fully fit. So that's gonna be a big mess.
But wait. You need to remember, it's not just Jovic. It's Rebic. It's Sebastian Haller.
Rebic as well. Yeah. I mean, one thing I've noticed about Frankfurt. The one thing I've noticed about Frankfurt is that so far they've.
So that is key. So Christopher, what scoreline are you looking at for this first leg?
2-1's feasible, but I'm gonna go 2-2 again. Thursday night Ronaldo, obviously with Giroud up front, like he's gonna cause havoc, man. I can see it. So I reckon Giroud's gonna get a brace. Hazard's gonna obviously be very influential. You know what? We could even win just because we can be playing the likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Emerson, who didn't start this game on Sunday against Man United. So I have to see the lineup, but I'm gonna go over draw. Let's go draw.
All right, Juju man, Zad man, can Chelsea deliver Frankfurt's first leg? What's gonna go down, Juju man? Give it to me, man.
I'm expecting. I mean, I'm looking at the teams, and we have on the one side we have a team in the top 4 in the Premier League, and then another side we have a team that's fourth in the Bundesliga, which is, I mean, you know for yourself that's not even a league, and
show some respect, man.
Big Bundesliga in the Bundesliga.
So this
best league in Europe.
Very carefully, man. Trust me.
So out of respect, I'll say it'll be a 2. Like Chelsea should win 2-1. I'm expecting 2-1 Chelsea. Be a tight game. It'll be a tight game because they don't have anything in that league. So I'm expecting them to put on a performance. But the amount of goals they conceded, Frankfurt conceded. I mean, they're bricks there. They're bricks. You cannot concede like 4 goals. at this stage of the competition. So I'm expecting Chelsea to go through.
Kadim, can your local team?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting
in the first leg, man.
I mean, Frankfurt is like playing style. We are like fucks, you know. It's like Atletico Madrid with worse players.
Damn.
And we are playing really rough. But like now we pay the price for this approach. Injuries and players having not that much energy no more. So Alea had a abs muscle injury. So I don't know whether he's fit already. I doubt it. And Jovic and Rebic both are also like at their limits, also having some issues. But yeah, the fans like at home were crazy. We are the best fans in the Bundesliga or in Europe, I would say.
Ooh.
Yes.
And so at home, I don't know. Like it's possible that we might draw and or even win by some luck, because the thing about Jovic, Rebic, Alea, and so forth, they don't need many chances to score. Like they look really bad, the team, but then they have one shot on goal and then it's a goal. So that's the thing. So everything can happen, and I think I expect like lots of Frankfurt fans to go to London for this match. So it will be like a second home game for Frankfurt, I think. And because
what's his first leg or second leg?
Chelsea fans will be really quiet in comparison. But overall, for us, the league is more important, of course, because we're fighting for the first place, and it's really tight. And as I said, we are running thin in terms of energy. So Chelsea should get through. For us, it's just like a huge party, and we are just happy to be there.
So how do you think this first leg is going to go down, man?
Chelsea.
Wait, the first leg's in
Frankfurt,
Germany.
yeah, first leg's in Frankfurt. So I would say, fuck yeah. No, I mean, I say, I try with Juju man. I say 2-1 for Chelsea.
Be confident.
Two, like Juju, I would say Chelsea is gonna win easily.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah,
easily. Come on, you know that.
I think they will play with. They don't need to field the first 11. They can field the B team or Yauf team, and then they will easily win. Easy.
No, but we've been trashing our feet. It's gonna be late. We drew Burnley.
All right, Munta, man, pick it up, Munta.
Yeah, bro.
What's gonna go
I
down?
know, man. Like these guys are like Eintracht Frankfurt. Like they play kind of balanced football. I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, but I guess because I watched their just 2-3 games. Yeah, like in Europa League against Benfica. Benfica won the first leg in quarterfinals, I guess, but they are bottlers. They lost 2-0 away at Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, man. So this is what I see. Yeah, like the Frankfurt stronghold is on their home ground, man. And this is where Chelsea has to think, man. Like. I'll be honest, man. Like Eden Hazard is on mission as well. Like the way Messi is on mission, Eden Hazard is on mission. To win the Europa. Yeah.
Oh my days.
They won relax.
And I think look, Chelsea, like they have to at least reach the final, man. And I think so. Somehow the scoreline will be 2-2. The first leg, yeah.
Okay. All right, Ole.
Yeah, I think this game is gonna be tight. I think Chelsea rely on Hazard too much. The midfielders don't really get goals in as well. They lack creativity as well. Higuain is not doing well. Willian, Pedro, not too great. Frankfurt are a pretty decent team. Jovic is a good player. I think it's gonna be a tight game. I think it's gonna be 1-1.
All right, 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Red. Round the
Muntaha already said it, HH. Hazard's on a mission. It's no disrespect to Frankfurt. You could put Barca and Liverpool's combined 11s. Hazard's going to get it done. It's locked up.
Yes.
It's locked up, HH.
For each. Okay, so
That's it.
about scoreline for this first leg. Scoreline for the first leg.
No. First, Germany's always a tough spot to go to because they do have intense fans. So I think it's going to be a tough game for Chelsea. I wouldn't be surprised with a draw. I would go with a 2-2 draw, but the away leg at the bridge, I think Chelsea will pull through. So first leg, it's going to be a 2-2.
All right. Now, final game before a round off, guys. I believe that we are in for two pretty crazy legs because Valencia were trash in the Champions League. They have vastly improved so far, and I remember watching the Valencia Barcelona game when Valencia were at the Camp Nou. Valencia should have beaten Barcelona in that game. They were totally outplaying them. So this is a Valencia side that have greatly improved, and I believe, if I'm being objective, yes, it is that destiny, but if I'm being objective, Valencia are the best team left out of the remaining four.
Yeah,
well, Emery knows Spanish teams.
Maybe.
On current form.
He knows Spanish teams.
I know they lost the last two, but yeah.
He also knows how to win the Europa League. So let's just start with Mane. First leg, what happened? Valencia against Arsenal are playing at home.
Yeah, so for me, Arsenal is gonna win because when you look at Valencia's team, I believe they still have Coquelin and Gabriel, right? Those are Arsenal rejects. So just based on that fact, with Valencia buying used Arsenal players, Arsenal's gonna win. And as well as that, when you look at Arsenal's team, they have Aubameyang and Lacazette. So for me, it's very clear. Arsenal have the better team. They should win. But although Valencia, yeah, they were good in the Champions League, I just don't see how they can beat Arsenal. But
give me a scoreline. It's an Emirates, man. Give me that scoreline, bro.
Just because of Emery, this is basically all I'm putting. But 2-0 Arsenal, just because of Emery, because he knows what he's doing. But Arsenal's a shit team. But anyway, that's
my God. Language, man. Language. A1. How are your boys going? Can your boys blitz Valencia in the first leg?
It won't be on the mission.
That's his name, man. That's his name, man. I hope he's not in the squad. But anyway, we're gonna win 2-0 on Thursday.
Whoa.
So wait. So everyone, let me get this straight. Well, you considered 3 Gs against Leicester City, but you will keep a clean sheet against Valencia.
Yeah,
Leicester's better.
Yeah. This team's the bipolar, isn't it? Like, sorry. Like
they sometimes, are, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
okay. So you have confidence that the defense can keep a clean sheet against Valencia?
Yeah, because everyone doubted us against Napoli. Well, I was hearing loads of scores.
No. Napoli are trash. Forget those guys. But carry on.
Yeah, but I was hearing loads of things. But we beat them the 2-0 at home, and I feel Emery's old team, and plus I feel Emery's more of a cup manager than a league manager. So this is a big game for him as well. And in big games, he does kind of well. He does good at home, so we're gonna win 2-0. But it's just a way. It's just a way making it.
You just said what I said, but thank you.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. They're here.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say both teams are obviously in a similar position, like outside the top 4. So this is gonna be a very, very intense tie. I don't trust Arsenal at all. I mean, if you look at the last 3 games, to concede 9 goals in the last 3 games to mid-table teams.
Wait, one thing. But today Valencia lost against Eibar at home.
I know, but Valencia overall in the last few weeks have played a lot better than Arsenal for me.
But we've lost 3 games. They lost 2 games.
But one of them was to Atleti, so. I'm gonna say
one's against Eibar, so
yeah. I'm gonna say 2-1 to Arsenal, but I think Valencia probably go through.
Wow. Okay.
We're going through, man. We're going.
Quick question: are we gonna touch on the Premier League title race?
The what?
What race are you talking about? What title race?
Forward. Can we please?
Yeah, we can do.
I was just wondering
what's going down in this Europa. What's going down?
So there's this YouTube channel which is quite popular called AFTV. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but and there's a lot.
Not heard of it yet, but I'm gonna check it out, mate.
Yeah, they were basically, if you haven't heard of it before, basically there's a lot of Arsenal fans there just crying their eyes out. Just talk about how their team's a disgrace. Torreira's not better than Kante. A lot of players have been letting the badge down. They're not fit to wear the kit. One on the other. Yeah, Arsenal are a disgrace. Let's be real. They've been horrible.
They are.
They've conceded 3 goals in each of the last 3 games, and they are bipolar. They do perform at home, so I do see them probably getting a result at home. That's all I'll say. They'll probably win I'm agree with the here. I think they're gonna win 2-1 at home.
What's the score?
2-1. 2-1 Arsenal. It will be will score. 100%.
Oh, yeah, I initially said Arsenal should win, but the
Valencia, say
recent
Valencia.
performance,
Say
no, the
Valencia.
recent performance
Just say Valencia, man.
is no, wait, it's like it's concerning. The recent performance is concerning, and the one thing with Arsenal though is I don't. It's not because I'm not sure how good Valencia are. Because all the La Liga fans are telling me Valencia are going to beat Arsenal, but it's at the Emirates, and I mean, Guedes is this guy? I mean, the last time I backed him up, it was a disaster. Still, so it's like what's he called?
He's playing well recently, though.
Say
Yeah,
Valencia.
all in all,
Say
I think
Valencia.
I'm going with the Valencia because with
Yeah.
the Valencia, what is it called?
I just
It
want
might
to
be
say Arsenal. I just want to say
2-1.
Arsenal won't win the Europa League, not with Mustafi at the back.
but I don't think
He,
it's Arsenal.
he won't play in the final.
Jujuman, I need a scoreline. I'm begging you.
I'll say Valencia should beat.
No, but I just want to ask A1. I just want to ask A1. Your club's lost 3 times in a row. Why are you so confident?
Yeah,
in this life?
that's what I'm wondering.
Because look, because the league is different.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. So with Valencia, based on recent, I'll use that point. Based on recent performance, Arsenal, I'm expecting Valencia to win 2-1. I'm expecting them to win 2-1. I know this is like probably it'll be a shocker because you expect Arsenal to win at home, but I'm expecting Valencia to go at the Emirates and win, which is
okay.
Yeah.
Kadim, score.
I think Valencia will come through. Overall, I mean, I want Arsenal to get into the final, and I want Arsenal and Frankfurt to get into the final. So that's my wish, my dream.
What's the scoreline?
My brain said that it will be Valencia, and the score will be, I don't know, like they will draw in Arsenal and in London and win at home. Yeah.
All right, Munzaha.
Yeah. Just what's the question, bro? What's the question?
Arsenal, Valencia, first leg. Arsenal are playing at home. Score for the first leg.
Oh my God, this guy's a disgrace on football. Arsenal Football Club. They should.
Yep.
Oh my God. How can you lose 3 in a row, man? And that's like, and you have Aubameyang.
No, but this is the
No way, no.
Wait.
Hey, relax.
But Real Madrid have lost more times than us.
No, wait. What do you guys have on? No. What do you have on? Like 12, 15 years? How many years? I can't remember. Like you guys are complaining about Wenger.
Imagine firing shots at Real Madrid.
Okay, let him land.
This guy, yeah. Bro. What is his name, yeah? You shut up. Listen to me. What I'm saying to you, yeah. So what I'm saying to you, your team is a bunch of bricks, yeah. Your team is a bunch of bricks, yeah.
Let him talk.
Your team is a bunch of bricks, and the Arsenal fans are also a bunch of bricks, yeah.
You got knocked out by kids at home.
Just go and talk to yo. A1. Do you born on motorway? What? M1, A2,
lubrication.
What kind of darkness?
You got lubrication at home. Answer. You got lubrication at home.
Listen. Relax. You have part-time carpenter in your team, yeah, Socrates. Okay, this guy.
Well, you got knocked out by carpenters.
Please, I need a scoreline, please, because we need to round off, man. I'm about
1-0 Valencia, man. No way, these guys are beating Arsenal. Valencia.
Okay.
So Valencia's going to win 1-0. Yeah.
All right, Oli, scoreline.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tight game. Valencia are very hard to break down. They're very good defensively, and Arsenal are very bad defensively. But Valencia ain't good going forward. So yeah, I think it's gonna be 0-0.
Oh my God.
I think it's gonna be a boring game.
Fair enough. I mean, I doubt that. All right. Red. Round us off, man. Take us home, man.
Okay. I'm sorry. You guys got to. I think Arsenal are going to do it. I think, I've been watching Valencia, and I do think they're a very solid side. They always play the 4-4-2, but they've been missing Kondogbia, and I think he's one of their best midfielders. He's been gone for a while now, so they've adapted without him. But overall, I don't think they have the firepower to really beat Arsenal, because like Arsenal's a high-scoring team. I know recently the recent performances that haven't really showed that, but because Emery's kind of a football nerd, he from what I've understood from him, like he likes to pay attention to details. So I think he's been focusing on this game for the past couple of games, and he's going all in for the Europa, because I think securing the Champions League spot by winning the Europa League is much more impressive than getting top 4, because at least you have some silverware. So I do think that they're gonna. I think Arsenal are gonna finish this in the first leg, because Valencia is not a high-scoring team. So if Arsenal were to able to put 2 or 3 past Valencia at home, which is great that they're at home, limit them from scoring, because Valencia, they rely on counterattacks. So if if Emery could set them up in a way where they could nullify the midfield, because they only have to worry about one player, and that's Sir Danny Parejo. Parejo, he's the one that he makes Valencia work. He gives those balls from like their half to the front 3, and that's when Guedes and Rodrigo, they do their thing.
What about Gamero? Doesn't have Kevin?
No. Gamero's a nobody. Gamero's a nobody. Don't worry about Gamero. If you're gonna worry about anybody right now, Guedes has been in form, and Rodrigo.
Red Santimina as well, bro. You're forgetting Santimina's so great.
Santimina, he's not consistent up until like Rodrigo and Guedes have
always against big games, bro. Always he shows up in the big games.
Just give me a score.
I'll go for a 3-1 Arsenal.
All right, guys. It's been swell. It's been long. I will see you guys here properly on Wednesday after that Titanic game. It's been swell. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you next week. Peace.